Welcome to Irish Eyes on Wrestling. I'm Carl Sherlock, at Carl Sherlock on Twitter.
I'm Chris Sherlock, and that's at Chris Sherlock on Twitter.
This is a web show, and we're just going to be talking about wrestling basically all week long. This is going to be a great show, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we're going to kick it off right now. We're going to kick it off with our opening segment every week, which is going to be talking about outside of the ropes, kind of just talking about wrestling. Austin's words of encouragement. Michael Cole, if you missed it on Raw, said that Stone Cold Steve Austin said to Sheamus that he's up there, he's doing his job, he's is carrying the company, and Sheamus said he appreciates the words and is always trying to improve himself. That's not quite what happened. Originally, the blog that Steve Austin announced was that Sheamus wasn't ready for everything, and it was just criticising Sheamus the whole way, but that he has potential, he's not ready to carry the company yet. And that's when Sheamus said he appreciates his opinion. What do you think about that?
I will agree with this. Sheamus is, yes, he is a talented wrestler, but no, he should not be this high caliber wrestler seen. So he's only been in the company for roughly 2 to 3 years, possibly a little bit longer. Yeah, he's talented, he's good. I'm Irish, I like him. But no, he hasn't. Look, he's lost 2 or 3 matches since WrestleMania. It's a bit ridiculous.
But he's the champion. Punk's done the same.
He's the champion. Punk's lost.
Punk has lost. Sheamus has lost too.
Sheamus has lost at the very most 2 matches. Won them what? A tag team match?
He's lost 2 or 3 times to Punk himself.
Okay, Punk champion was champion. That's different. That's the only other exception. When has he lost?
He's lost to Ziggler once or twice.
3 months in a row against Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah, that's Del Rio. We'll talk about Del Rio later on, but I'm sick of Del Rio anyway.
Well, Del Rio is 10 calibers more talented than Sheamus. He's so talented. He's a wrestler who's unpushed, and that's something different. Sheamus, no, shouldn't be carrying the company at the minute. Punk, so much more talented. Daniel Bryan, so much more talented than Sheamus. Why did they take title off him? 18 seconds at WrestleMania, biggest disgrace. Shock. Disgraceful. Sheamus, he's okay.
It was fun though.
Champion for 6 months now? Ridiculous.
But that's Triple H. He wants to have longer title reigns for the big championships, which is bringing the
but they're
prestige
pushing
back
that with CM Punk was 380 days now? Yeah.
380
roughly.
Yeah.
But Sheamus, no, they don't need to have the 2 main titles for so long in the hands of the same people.
Just think about it. When they lose their titles, the people that beat them is going to get such a rub. They're going to be like, yeah, you held it for so long and I beat you. That's going to do wonders for their career.
Possibly, but the fact that they have both title reigns running so long, I'm going to agree with Austin on this one.
Okay.
Now, how will The Rock WrestleMania?
Oh.
Yeah. Rumours have it that there's 5 different scenarios of how The Rock will rock WrestleMania. And the most unlikely one, in my opinion, would be The Rock having a rock concert with Bruce Springsteen. Although it would be funny.
The Rock and the Boss, man. That would be awesome.
Maybe for a Raw, not WrestleMania.
Maybe.
If they're going to have Bruce Springsteen at WrestleMania, it'd be Bruce Springsteen at WrestleMania, not with The Rock. The most likely, I'd say, would be The Rock and John Cena too.
No longer once in a lifetime.
Twice in a lifetime. Either that one or the very possible of The Rock coming back, challenging at the Royal Rumble, winning the WWE Championship, and then facing whoever wins the Royal Rumble, most likely in that case to be John Cena, or CM Punk, depending on who champion is at this stage, depending on results from Hell in a Cell this weekend,
which we'll get into in the next 2 shows.
The other rumour that's come around is that The Rock will re-challenge for the tag team titles.
I'd say maybe if that comes along, it'll be John Cena.
Yeah, it's reckoned John Cena, or it'll be a return of of a legend, and it'll be
Mick Foley.
The Rock and Sock. Mick Foley can't wrestle. Mick Foley can't step into the ring. Most likely, in that case, it would be John Cena or CM Punk.
Yeah. Well, The Rock's or John Cena's whole thing going to get teaming up with his rivals to win the tag team title. He's done it 5 times. Shawn Michaels, Batista,
the Nexus.
Next, he's won it with Heath Slater and David Otunga.
Yeah.
He's just Shawn Michaels. He won it with They did win the tag team titles. That's John Cena's shtick for some reason, and I'm not a big fan of that.
Super face.
Yeah.
And then the fifth and final one is The Rock challenging The Undertaker for the streak. I don't see this happening whatsoever.
I think that would be a good idea. He's one of the few people left. I think there's 3 other guys that you'd be like, maybe it would be The Undertaker. It would be The Rock, Punk, Cena or Ryback at the moment.
Well, Ryback's is not going to take on the responsibility of facing The Undertaker. John Cena would be the most likely to see it. If the Taker's even going to wrestle this WrestleMania.
Yeah, Undertaker's pretty banged up at the moment. Doesn't look likely. But
The Rock and The Undertaker's last match at WrestleMania, Hell in a Cell against Triple H, I think that was definitive. How's he going to top that if he fights The Rock?
It was the end of an era, though. It was the end of them. It wasn't the end of Taker. If Taker should retire, and he wants to retire soon. He's in a banged up place, but he needs a swan song. He needs his last WrestleMania.
And I think if he's to do that, it's going to be the guy that he's going to make the next big thing.
It needs to be a new guy. It can't be John Cena. It can't be Cena Punk.
For a few years, it's Wade Barrett. I think Wade Barrett is one of the most talented guys in that roster. Needs the big push. Take out WrestleMania, beats him.
I'd enjoy it.
Ends the streak. Wade Barrett, superstar.
Exactly. Raw's rating. Monday Night Raw broadcast drew a 2.48 broadcast rating, and that's the worst since October 27th, 1997. That's around the time I started watching wrestling. That's how bad Raw has become lately. It's just... I've been finding it very, very hard to watch it. Past 2 to 3 weeks, the ratings have been very, very low, and that's the exact same time that I've struggled to start keep up and watching it. Now I'm over in Ireland. It doesn't start till 1 o'clock in the morning, and to stay up to 4 o'clock to watch this every Monday night, I need to be entertained. But the third hour of Raw just drags through until the main event, and it's getting so hard to watch it. Now, granted, this week they had to challenge in the ratings with the presidential debate and the big NFL game, but come on, Raw, you need to start improving. This is not on.
Okay, the next story is a happier story despite Raw's low ratings. Here's John Cena has today, or very recently, granted his 300 Make-A-Wish for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. This is record breaking. No one has ever done such, has reached this feat. Despite whatever you think about John Cena in ring, this is a great achievement. Outside the ring, it's a really good thing. He makes a lot of children, grants a lot of wishes. It's a really good thing he does.
WWE themselves, they've granted over 4,000 wishes for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. John Cena 300 of them himself. It's an accomplishment.
It's some feat, and
he was awarded at the Make-A-Wish the Evening of Excellence Awards ceremony there last week or during the week, and I have to say, fair play to John Cena. William Regal gaining power. William Regal is now one of the most recognised people and important people backstage in hiring new talent. I think this is part of the Triple H initiative. He knows William Regal. He's worked with William Regal for the past couple of years, for basically his whole career, and they've had decent matches themselves. But Triple H knows William Regal knows his stuff, and I have to agree. William Regal out there searching for new talent. I'm excited. He helped bring Daniel Bryan in.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say 2 words and 2 words only. Daniel Bryan.
I mean, it's just going to be brilliant if we get more of the likes of that in the WWE. It's only going to be more entertainment. Well, that's that segment done. And now we're going to talk about Hell in a Cell. We're going to bring up our predictions and talk about it. We're going to open this show, or finish this show off, with the Intercontinental title. Now, The Miz, he had a 3-month reign. He won it at Raw 1000 in a convincing match, and I liked his title reign. He defended it each pay-per-view, and then lost a main event last week to Kofi Kingston, who I think has improved the past couple of weeks an awful lot, and will eventually, I say by the end of next year, will be a reigning World Heavyweight Champion. Miz, I think he should finish off with Kofi Kingston. He will lose to Kofi Kingston at Hell in a Cell, in my opinion, and Miz should be then brought into the World Heavyweight title picture over on SmackDown.
Well, actually, I agree with you. My prediction would be that Kofi Kingston will win this match, simply for the fact that that's what I want to happen, simply for the fact that I can give The Miz the push to challenge for bigger titles. I stay away from Raw at the minute. He's fought Ryback,
He's fought Ryback.
3 weeks. It's really diminishing The Miz and what he can do, the talent that the guy has. Again, he's fought CM Punk recently and he's lost to CM Punk. He's really been de-pushed at the minute, which is a shame.
This is a man that main evented WrestleMania.
And beat John Cena.
He beat John Cena at WrestleMania. Not many people can say that. Not many people will be able to say that. And The Miz...
He's right up there with The Rock. He's on that perch. The Miz and The Rock beat John Cena at WrestleMania.
But The Miz, he's been here now for a couple of years, a good few years, and I have to admit, like most people, I was not a big fan of him at the start, but I started coming around when he started teaming up with Morrison. Earlier than most people say, they started to like Miz, and his WWE title reign was superb, one of the best I've seen for a couple of years. I enjoyed it the whole way through, and was very disappointed when he had to drop the title to Cena, and even more disappointed what I've seen happen to Miz since. He's barely won a match since. He's granted Intercontinental Champion for a good 3-month reign, but in that reign he's been jobbed out to Punk, Cena and Ryback numerous times.
And Sheamus.
And Sheamus as well.
Randy Orton as well, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not entirely happy with that, and it was a shock in many aspects from losing to Kofi Kingston. But I do like Kofi as well, and not to bring down Kofi whatsoever, but he is a very talented wrestler and will be up there the next couple of years. He's finally getting his push back that was stopped by Randy Orton a couple of years ago, and when they were having a great rivalry. And
since he's coming out of the tag team picture as well, which is a great thing.
He was stuck there for a couple of years.
Leaves space now for Kofi Kingston to proceed and for R-Truth to progress.
He'll stay mid-card, he won't go up to the world title though. I can't see R-Truth going anywhere.
Let's step back 2 years ago, R-Truth, John Morrison and John Cena in triple threat cage matches for titles, and if that match had went in R-Truth's favour, you would not have been shocked.
I wouldn't have been sad then, but that was...
He has to get rid of little Jimmy.
That was 2 years ago.
Put him up for adoption.
How good was R-Truth back then? R-Truth's now another 2 years older. This man's in his 40s. They're not going to rest a company on a guy like R-Truth. He doesn't have the face for it. He's not going to be the face of the company for any time at all. Kofi Kingston is so over with the crowd. He gets one of the biggest cheers of the night every night. So I'd say Kofi Kingston will be up there quite soon. But Hell in a Cell, Kofi Kingston beating Miz, IC title.
Yeah.
Well, this is the end of this show. If you want to contact us at all, it's at Carl Sherlock at Twitter.
And it's at Chris Sherlock on Twitter.
Or with the hashtag IEOW. See you.